What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about TAR's AI, TAI today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. Here it is on the 29th of May today at about 12.3 cents. We had the attempt, we had the endeavor, and the expectation was to grow higher. But as time went on, as it was, I think, let's see, this day here, I want to say it was yesterday, yeah. We gathered, we concluded that we're probably not moving higher. You've rejected the overbought zone. You did not have above average volume coming in on what would be a breakout move, right? Here you're breaking out, you're getting above average volume. Here you're not. Why not? Because you're probably not ready. It's somewhat of a double top look is what it actually seems to be. I know it looks confusing because you got all these other highs here, but this really is like a double top in its true sense. I don't think that it's going to go all the way down. I don't think that we're going to go below this low. You never know. I am planning on buying more TARs, by the way. I think TAI might be one of the better cryptos as far as performance goes that we could anticipate by the end of the cycle, because here you're at $110 million. You got the AI narrative going on. You've got volume coming in, all this stuff. And beyond all that, you've outperformed, just absolutely obliterated the rest of the market's expectations. From a low to a high, you saw 549% growth. You're still up 430%. Like the average coin is up 68% at the high, 48% right now from their low in April 7th, right? So TAI is really killing it here. I really do think it's killing it. I think it'll continue to kill it. Oftentimes this kind of stuff, if it was a once off, what's the word I'm looking for? A one off. If it was not once off, if it was a one off, it would have done this: pump and dump. What's all this? You wouldn't do this, right? I mean, maybe you're about to do it now. I don't know. Maybe you've got a giant M pattern. But what I think is going to happen here more likely is that we come back down. We find support at another area. We tried to break out here, but we weren't ready. So we're going to find some liquidity at some other areas, shake out the weak hands, let the strong hands load up. You and me, right? You and me. We're going to load up the strong hands and send this thing through the roof, man. We're going to go straight to the moon, literally. I would expect a higher low. I don't expect that we're going to go below 7.5 cents. I really don't expect that at all. But from here, let's see, from a high. Oh, that was not the high. It's pretty close. It's pretty close, but let's get it on there. High to low. The expectation would be the 618. Yeah, I think that's a good expectation to have. Yeah. If not there, maybe the 0.5. Not financial advisor, not a financial advisor. A lot of cryptos have found support at their 0.5, 9.3 cents, pretty close to 10 cents. Psychological support, it could happen. We could make sense out of that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But also speaking about psychological support at 10 cents, maybe we go to 10.4 cents, right there at the golden ratio. This to me would make the most sense. If not the golden ratio, then a little bit lower nonetheless. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and see if we can derive some targets here. But I want to move this yellow line down. We're going to grab you and put you down. We'll put you down right there at the golden ratio, yeah? And delete the fibs there. We'll just keep that in mind. 1 hour time frame now. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, you are picking up the pace as you're going down, aren't you? Volume's picking up. You're getting above average volume on the way down. Yes, you are. Volume's picking up as you're moving down. So that does certify the idea that you're moving down. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. What do I know? But by the way of Elliott wave theory, corrective phases, which this is a corrective phase. When you're moving up and you move down, that's a correction, and your overall move up, right? You're correcting. Corrective phases happen in a 1, 2, 3 kind of format, okay? With the third leg oftentimes being the largest leg, if not very similar in size to the first leg. So let's measure that actually from a high to a low here. If it was to be symmetrical, that would call for a move down at least to 11.6 cents, at least there. 11.6 cents, can we make sense out of that? Let's just see. High to low here. Yeah, it's right there at the 6.9, right there in the golden ratio area. So yeah, that wouldn't be crazy at all if we saw something like that. Third leg though, right? Because 1, 2, 3, third leg tends to be bigger. So if we were a little bit bigger, don't be too surprised. But something like that could make sense. Let's just put a line there as well and see what we got. Let's see what we got going on there. Okay, we'll delete that. Let's draw some low to high fib analysis extensions. Low to high. Golden ratios right there, right at 11.7 cents. So that could make sense. That actually really could make sense. All the way down here is the money line, the money zone, 2886 to 3113 as well. So definitely not being too helpful here. The 1 hour RSI does look bearish. That much I can say. The 1 hour RSI does look bearish. I would think that we do absolutely go lower. How low do we go, though, is the question, right? I could very well actually see a situation where we do find support at 11.7 cents, 11.6 cents, because we have support here, resistance here, support here, kind of turbulent area. Nonetheless, we go back in time here, kind of resistance at that point too. We check back to find support at prior resistance. I mean, that could make sense. I could really see that happening. We keep going back. Not really so much significant here. A little support there in all fairness. You rejected the exact same area that you just rejected now, right? This high is exactly where you rejected over here, right? It's basically the same area. And then you went down from that high all the way down to here to find support, which is the minimum area that we'd expect that you find support at now. So maybe you do find support at 11.7 cents. If 11.7 cents doesn't hold, though, lower you will go, absolutely. The 1 hour does make me think you have lower to go. I don't think that you're near it from a price perspective, but from a time perspective, you're near the bottom here. Low, I guess in a price perspective too, low on the 4 hour time frame, looking like you want to go down, yeah. You're at an area that you bounced last time. I don't think you're going to bounce now, though, not with the 1 hour looking the way it does. So you're going to go lower. You're either going to bounce at the oversold area, I would think, as you have prior here, or maybe into the oversold zone even a little bit, something like that. That's what I would expect. So something of that magnitude, I actually would expect that you go below this level here. I'm scratching my head, man. I mean, there's a lot of... You could close right here and then wick below. But I would expect that you do close below and you actually see something closer to that 10-cent area, if I'm being honest. But 11.7 cents, 10.4 cents, I mean, it's kind of a broad range. Trying to refine it a little bit better. Let me try more. Let's see here. Let's see. What about the low to high? It's your 382. I like it's the 382 and the 236. It doesn't help. It just this is just confirming what I've been saying, that this is the exact area at a minimum that you'd go. This is the area at a maximum you'd look for. If anything, I'm very confident you don't go below 10 cents right now. I'm very confident you don't go below. And if you do, who cares? Whatever. It's fine. If you go to 9 cents, boo-hoo. Buy it at a lower price. It's going to go up higher. But I'm pretty damn confident you don't go below 10.3 cents at this point in time. As far as where you're going to go, I don't think I can refine it any better. You either will or you won't. You know what I mean? One or the other. It could be somewhere in between as well. But if I had to guess, maybe I'm just greedy. Maybe it's my bias because I want to buy more TARS AI. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I think we will go below 11 cents, but we will stay above 10 cents. I'm going to end it with that. That I'm confident in, okay? That I'm confident in. At the best case scenario, you'll find support right here at around 11.8 cents, 11.6 cents, whatever. But I think you will go below 11 cents, but stay above 10.3 cents, okay? That's my expectation. Afterwards, we will continue to climb. TARS has very bullish aspirations ahead of it. I absolutely expect it'll see new all-time highs with this next climb here. I'm anticipating a very, very bullish reaction. We've got this bull flag going on here from a low to a high, if I could actually get the low on there. Low to the high. Let me put it right there. Yeah, that's good. The measure move would take you all the way up to about 36 cents. So it's very possible before you break out to new all-time highs, you actually do stop somewhere in this area, but inevitably you will get up here. I think by the end of June, early July, you should anticipate a price at $1.14 to $3.30. I don't think we'll see $3.30, so maybe more $1.76 to $1.40, but let me just explain why I don't think we see $3.30, okay? If we're looking at this here from the current price, let alone from the expectation that we go lower, and I do expect we go lower, right there at $1.14, that's about a 9x, okay? About a 9x. Right there at $1.76, with the 1.414, you can find resistance right at it, but typically you don't expect that. You actually would expect to go a little bit above there, so 13x is possible, 14x is possible, maybe even something on the lines of like a $2. If you go just above the 1.414, $2, nice psychological resistance, right? Could provide about a 16x, something like that from the current price, let alone if we go lower, if we go to where I think we're going to go, which is like 10.5 cents, let's say we go down to like 10.5 cents right there. That's a 19.2x from what would have been a 16x. So that adds. If you wait and you buy at the right time, you might be able to add to that percentage growth. If you're using a DEX, especially so, because you're getting eaten alive by the fees. But I do think that the golden ratio here, it's a little bit out of touch because overall, while that is high from here, 26x, while that would be high, overall that puts you at an over 100x, which not saying that doesn't happen. It happens every single cycle. There are cryptos that in one phase of the market over a 3-month period, they move up over 100x. It happens all the time. Most of the time it's meme coins. Sometimes there are legitimate coins that do that as well, but most of the time it is meme coins. I would think something that's less than 100x, even above a 50x, is already astronomical. So And just again, think about it this way too. There are people that bought down here. For 2 weeks, you were down at these lows, even at like this low here. There's going to be people who are taking profits at a 50x. There's people who are going to be taking profits, at every step in between. And for the people that bought at the absolute low or around that area, 100x comes in for you at about like a $2.50 to $3 price. We're probably not going to hit 3.29. I think $2 to $1.14 is a very appropriate target to consider. And from the very current price that TAR's AI is presenting us at 12.3 cents, that would give us an expectation at a minimum of about a 9x, at a maximum of about a 17x. And I wouldn't be surprised if either of those things happen. I would be surprised if we broke too much above $2, but I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Do your own research. Absolutely do your own research, right? If you want to invest in TARS, you like the sound of all the numbers that I'm throwing at you, do your own research. Make sure it's right for you, because here's the thing. If you invest in something just because a guy that you like, that you trust, it's your first time seeing, maybe you hate me, but you buy it anyways. I don't know. You buy it just because I said it's going to do this. It's got all these high fancy numbers. What happens if it goes down and you buy? You're not going to have conviction to hold. You're not going to have conviction to buy more. You're going to be like, this thing's broken. C-Zar said it was going to go up. Why is it going down? Sometimes things go down a little lower than I expect. So to up that conviction, to give yourself a reason, you go to the website here on TARS. Let me actually help you find out where you're going to read about this here. You scroll down to the bottom, all the way down, and then you go to docs. Yes? Pretty sure? You can click tokenomics. Maybe you click tokenomics. No, you don't click token. Okay, you don't click token. You click, scroll all the way down. You click docs. No, coming soon. Where is it? Where is it? Hold on here, guys. Let me see if I can find it on another tab real quick. Hold on. I'm just going to look it up. Search, and we'll do TARS. I think this is it. Let me see. Yes, this is it. Okay, cool. I'll post it. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I'll post it. That way you guys can look it up yourself if you want to. It's tricky to find, but it is there. I don't know why they make it so tricky to find. That's not encouraging, but at the same time, it's not a terrible thing. I'm going to paste it here. So this is it. https://docs.tars.pro/AI-market/overview. Enter. That's it. And you should be able to, if you're on your phone, just take a screenshot, hold your button down or whatever that gives you the AI overview, highlight that. You can just copy and paste it these days. You don't have to do all the hard typing. But if you want to hard type it, that's what it is. And you just read through all this. You read through all this stuff. This is all of your TAR stuff. You read down, you go to next, and you can read all about it. But if you want to invest in this project and you haven't invested in it already, I highly recommend that you read about it. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but you should be aware of the fundamental aspects of anything that you invest in. That way you have conviction. That way you're not paper in the wind. That way you're not just waiting on the pump, and then whenever it dumps, you're like, oh, I bought the wrong coin. Why did I buy this thing? It's terrible. I'm going to sell this and now buy another coin that somebody else told me is going to pump because it's pumping or whatever. And then this coin rips, and you would have been better off just holding anyways. You know what I mean? Anyways, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Do your own research. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I said bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.